Welcome to Caratootie. This is Ingrid Carlson. Today I am coming to you with first a haul from Dollar Tree of junk journal supplies, but then at the end I have a fun tutorial for you that you can use in your journals. So make sure you stay tuned until the end so you don't miss it. I love these flashcards. These are the numerical ones, and then I also picked up the word ones. The numerical ones are completely matte on both sides, which I think will be super awesome for distressing. These are matte on one side and shiny on the other, but it gave me an idea that I think some magic tape would look really awesome on them. And if you don't know what magic tape is, I'm going to put a link down below. I have a tutorial on my Instagram, and it's a really awesome tutorial of some tape that you can make to use in your own journals. And I'm just going to put these paintbrushes to the side because these are what we're going to use in our tutorial at the end. I finally got my hands on these planner pages, and they rival another known brand that uses discs, but of course are a fraction of the price. If you've never used rub-ons, I suggest that is one of the items that you go to Dollar Tree and grab. I picked up several different designs, including those feathers, these shells, and then a summer kit as well as a more vintagey kit. And they're really great to add dimension to your page without adding any bulk. All you have to do is take a popsicle stick or something with a blunt end and just rub it off on your paper, and it's like magic. I also had to pick up some of these stencils, and I think this one in particular would be really great to use with the techniques that Michelle taught us over on Instagram at Elevate Collab. I picked up some of these envelopes. I got the same size, but half of them have this peel and stick seal as well as the clasps. These are really great to make junk journal covers or even to add inside of your journals. Is this an item that you keep regularly on hand like I do? I think out of all the things that I have found at Dollar Tree, this is one of my favorite. I love these dot grid notebooks. I picked up a spray bottle to do some coffee dyeing, and actually this is also one of my favorites, the Scribble Pads. They're really great to do mark making on. If you haven't used them, you definitely should try them out. I found these patty squares, I guess they're to separate burgers, over in the kitchen section, I guess, and they are pretty much little deli sheets already cut up in squares, and I thought these would be great for a jelly plate. And I have some friends that don't really like deli paper, and I'm wondering, are you team deli paper or not? Excuse me, how cute are these treat bags? They scream circus in the best way to me. And if you're watching my series on the Bible writing plan, I have one of these in that journal. I also picked up these alphabet stickers, which are really great to use in your journal as well as your planner. And remember those inserts that look like the other disc brand? Well, these would be really cute adornments on those pages. I grabbed one of these metallic pens, and I had to cut out how I opened the package because I'm pretty sure I resembled a raccoon, like a rabid raccoon at some point. Please tell me I'm not the only one that struggles at packages like this. Like the toothbrush packages, I just can't open them. I don't know why. Anyways, I wanted to try it out, so I grabbed the Scribble Pad, and it wrote really nicely and did not bleed through to the other side, and this paper is pretty thin. But I did not see like a lot of metallic, so I grabbed another piece of paper. It's actually a sticker sheet that I have, a vintage sticker sheet, and I wrote the word love, and you can see a little bit more sparkle in it, but it is a very pretty color, and I think that it is a great buy for the price. I saw someone else haul these little containers, and I had to run and get one. This time, I think I cut through the package a little better, but still, I'm like a rodent. I don't understand it. Anyways, I have to tell you that this is a really great buy. I will definitely be going back to try to find some more. First of all, the lid is very secure. You can see here that I almost struggle to pull it off, which is awesome. The person that I saw, I think, used it to hold maybe washi tape, and I grabbed my Tim Holtz fabric washi tape and put it in there because I thought it would be really cute. The only problem is the lid then doesn't fit, but you can use regular size washi tape and it fits really well. But I think that what I really like it for is to store paper buttons. Look how cute they look in here. The last thing that I picked up were these 3 bundles of fabric. I picked up this one, which is white with black. I picked up the black with white, and then another cream color that has like blue, almost looks like faux stitching on the sides, and they are really sweet. And I've actually already used the cream colored one in a couple of projects. I know I've heard a lot of people bummed out about the Dollar Tree going from $1 to $1.25, and I know that it disrupts a lot of budgets. But I do have to say they've really stepped up on the quality of the stuff that they've been carrying, as well as the variety. But I'm curious, would you rather it still be $1 and not have these things, or are you happy for the $1.25 and extra products? And I definitely saved the best for last. So let's look at these 3 paintbrush kits. First of all, you're getting 3 paintbrushes for $1.25, which is already awesome. But I am going to cut them up and make a huge mess on my desk. Just to make some mark making tools. We did some of these over on Elevate Collab, and when I saw these brushes, I knew what I wanted to do with them. So what I am doing is I am taking some scissors and I am just cutting into it to kind of create some texture at the bottom of the brush. Now, I will give you a couple tips. Number 1, work over a trash can. Do not do what I did, because I made a huge mess and I have bristles everywhere still, even though I've cleaned it like 3 times. The other thing that I would suggest is, if you can see there, the brush, there's like the black part and then the cream colored part. So it's 2 separate types of bristles. I think that next time I would cut off the black and start from there. And you're going to see on the other brushes, I will do that. But this was my first one and I still love the way that it turned out. But just a tip for you. I kind of felt like I was ready for a cosmetology license after I gave this brush a haircut. Although, if you see what I do to the hairbrush, I'm pretty sure everybody would agree not to give me that license. In between each cut and style, I wanted to test out what they were looking like. That way I could cut more. Well, obviously not add more, but I could take some away. And another tip that I will give you is if you're going to do that, you might want to wash your brush in between and not stain your scissors like I did. But if you don't care that your scissors have paint all over them, then follow me exactly. This is a cautionary tale, and it's kind of hard to even watch back on video, but I had the idea that I was going to use a box cutter to cut down to the black part. Actually, I'm cutting it so that it's a very short bristle, and I may have nicked my fingers a couple times. Thankfully, it didn't even cut through the skin because I was being very, very careful. But do not do this. It is a waste of time. It was so messy. Bristles were flying all over the place. And like I said, your fingers will be in danger. Instead, I am taking my Tim Holtz scissors. I don't know what these things are called, but they go through everything. I think they were like $17, but they are 1000% worth the investment. Look how quick they're cutting through this brush. So my idea with this is I wanted a little stubby brush. Oh gosh, look at all those bristles. They're all over the place, and they're still all over the place. But I wanted a stubby brush and to see what marks they would make. I tried evening it out as much as I could, but it's a little lopsided, and that's okay. I do love the marks that it makes and that I'm going to be able to create with them. Also, hello, that red paint is so gorgeous. Do you guys agree? On the last brush, I saved you some of the content because I decided to cut that cream part off and to cut down into the black, and this is where I got paint. You can see it on the brush all over my scissors, all over my hands, and of course, although I have clothes to wear when I'm painting, I wasn't wearing any of those clothes. I was wearing clothes, but I was not wearing my paint clothes. So needless to say, I made a mess. Everything's good, but I did make a mess. And on this one, I wanted to have more space in between the bristles. So I wanted like 3 specific areas. And I had to keep going back and taking out some of the bristles on the other side so that I could get a better mark, because as you see here, it kind of on the one side I could get the 3 marks right there, but then when I flipped it over, it kind of was more of just like a regular paintbrush. Well, at least I waited until the last one, but I finally got my head on straight and brought over a little trash can so that I could cut directly into that and avoid the mess. I didn't really avoid a mess, but this is what I would suggest that you do from the get-go. I also tapered my edges a little bit so that it wouldn't be as thick. Looking back on it on video, it looks like I've mutilated this brush, but wait until you see the marks that it brings. It's so good. I love this one so much. And actually the piece that you see here that I'm working on, I am going to use this in my art journal because I love the marks that it made. And so I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you got a kick out of all my mistakes and at least learned from them. I am going to finish this video by swatching all 3 brushes side by side using this black paint. And I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.